Rebecca's ready, boy. What you saying, Rebecca? Cool. Cameron, awesome. Boosie, Benny, Donnie, Bailey, Bless, Cameron. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are now live. Cool, thank you. You went to my school. Yes, Freddie. What did I do? Did I smash it? Did I make an impact on any youths? Praise God if I did, man. Thank God for you if you actually took something on board. Jaden Wells joined. Bless you. Bless you, Jaden. Cards. Love that. Love that. Please keep joining. Can I have some? Oh, wow, let me get some of this.
What a sip.
Great glass of wine. Love and peace. Oh, yes. Love and peace, man. Love and peace. Lovely. You're not resting. You're not belly full. Had your Sunday dinner. Feel nice. Nice, nice. Everyone's joining. Just waiting for everyone to join at the moment. Then I'm going to bring Rebecca in. Can bring you in soon, Rebecca. See, good evening, yes. Good evening, Lily. Lily 37. Nathan, easy Nathan. Hi, Miss.SB. Bless you. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Samson. Samson Sled Babylon. Just joined. It's a great name, that is. Go Fix UK just joined. Easy. Hello. Hope you're well. I'm excellent. Hey, you're a gorgeous pair. Thank you so much, darling. That's not so nice. Loyalty. Bless. Thanks for all joining. I work with Rebecca. Getting Luga. For working with Rebecca.
Why is there no light?
I don't know. Do you want to turn that one on?
Okie dokie.
Okay, let's turn that one on. One mum, 5 boys joined. Wow, you got a busy day. Okay? Because there used to be 5 boys running around this house all the time. Feeding them was like, oh my gosh. And my boys can eat, boy. How's you lot's week been? It's been awesome. I've been a little bit quieter than normal. Mark, can you say hi to Maxwell? Hi to Maxwell. No, only joking. Maxwell, nothing, a big hug from me, yeah? Don't cost nothing to say hi to people, to show people love. Don't cost nothing. So big hugs for Maxwell, man. Anyone else want a shout out? I thought it was bad enough with me and 2 boys. Yeah, you know that, innit, miss? For real. Yeah, I know what it's like. So pack up my car, the kids, well, my kids are not kids now, but they're big, but they talk about that and laugh. But it was fun, like getting your kids every week. They stay with you for a couple of days. But obviously, apart from holidays, they're always with me. They jam up the car. You know, I didn't have a big car at the time. And, you know, you got 6 kids sitting on top of each other. Move over. And then you have loads of fun when you're playing the music, everyone's singing. And then Kiyan would bust a big dirty fart and I'll have to park up and kick him out the car. Seriously, just having the kids, having fun is the best thing you can do with your kids. Take them out and do things with them. So can I share with you an experience today before I bring Rebecca on in the house? Easy Barry, boxing Barry's in the house. Experience today, yeah? So I go down to Bournemouth and I was just sitting by the beach, the sandbanks, and it's lovely down there because in England we don't find a lot of really nice beaches, pretty. How's the tooth? How was the tooth? I actually tried to file it last week, but it was so hard.
Yeah,
But I'm
you
eating
try.
better and my tongue's healed because it's not slicing against my
It did
tongue.
work
But it's
a
not
little, though, didn't
totally
it?
gone. So
Right,
thanks for
though.
asking, Barry. The bird's trying to drink out my wine, so he is going to be missing today.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he can't drink white wine.
No.
So I just wanted to share with you my experience before I bring on Rebecca, and it was really simple. It was the power of getting out of concrete jungle. London. I know not everyone here is in London, but I'm in London. And my experience is this. I went out down a couple hours drive
Where's
down
North
Bournemouth, and the air changed. The people changed. The vibes changed. And it was like, oh my gosh, like, London is killing me. I've got to get out of here. I've got to set times to get out and breathe. London gives you mental health problems. I'm telling you, London is pressure. London, there's so much negativity. There's so many people that are just aggressive. Like, I went down to Bournemouth. It's just nice. It's just nice. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying there ain't no problems in the area. I'm just saying, go there yourself and breathe in the air and feel the vibes of everybody. Get yourself down to Tynemouth Beach. Yes, it's wicked. And that is from Spartacus. I'm Spartacus. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to get myself down to Tynemouth Beach and definitely try it out because I like wicked beaches. So I'm going to definitely check that out. So I was just saying, guys, we need to get away sometimes because we're so busy, caught up in the rat race. Just, I got to do this, I got to do that, and things going through our head. Our head gets oversteamed. And then we snap. If it's with the kids or, no, I'm Spartacus. No, honestly, yeah, don't you feel like that sometimes? Or maybe you're so much in London that you don't even realise that you're under this constant pressure.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
you don't even realise you're under until you come out of it, and then you just feel like it's just light. And then you connect yourself to God's nature. Like, there's something really powerful about us being where God made the nature and the things to impact our energy levels, okay? Because what we really after is peace. We always talk about happiness, but it's peace that we really, really want. Because when you got peace, you feel that joy in you when I've got peace. And if anybody's agreeing with me here, yeah, London's vibe is stressed because the cost of living is sky high. More than that, there's an energy. It's like when you go in different houses, there's a different energy in different homes. It depends on the individuals that are living in there. You go in different ends, there's a different energy in different ends. It depends on how the people treat each other and their energy in that area. So I'm saying that it's more than just the London's vibe and because of the stress, because of the prices. I've been places where the prices are high, but I feel nice. You know, that the prices are just the prices. Try and get what I'm saying is energy, bro. C is great for your mental health. Great.
Yeah, it is.
Just sit there calmly. Like, just sit there listening.
Yeah.
Just take in the sounds of
waves.
nature, the waves. It's like
It
hearing the
soothes you.
trees as well,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like the wind is, it's so powerful, man. It keeps our mental health in check, man. It really is good. It's healthy for us. Therapeutics around us. We do not see the power of this sometimes, and how much being around nature and not in this constant concrete jungle affects the way we feel. And on that note, let's talk about the way that we feel in London as well. and the impact of, I believe, society and society's beliefs and what they put out there that helps our self-esteem or lowers our self-esteem, or we allow it to. And I want to bring in Rebecca to speak to her, because she does a job and she's concerned about the changes that are happening in her job. Hey, I'm going to London a couple of weeks to see my 2 youngest grandsons. I was born in December. I haven't. Yeah, I can't wait.
Oh, that must be so exciting.
It's awesome.
Yes, because remember, people have been allowed to see their family members and stuff.
I was going to say, what birds? Was you talking about this bird? She's pretty amazing.
Shut up, bird. I know bird.
And even the waterfront in Bristol is lovely. Of course it is. Come on, Bristol. Get in there. So, damn, I went over there and I missed that point I was making. What was I talking about? It's gone past.
No, you're talking about Rebecca coming on, talking about she's concerned about mental health of the
she's concerned about the people coming in to speak about, talking about it's basically their self-confidence, their self-esteem.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of our society, their self-confidence, their self-esteem is built on how they're seen by others. So it's really not their self-esteem. It's based on what other people think of them and how the media project what beautiful is, what lovely is, and really takes away from people's mindset that you're already fearfully and wonderfully made. You're already awesome as you are, regardless of what defects or imperfections you may see. You are planned and purposed, and you have great value, and that's about self-esteem and self-confidence. So I think there's an issue around that now. Rebecca, let me try and bring you in, sweetheart. Yes, beautiful. Let's go, girl. Let's go. And I think all of us at some point kind of struggle with that, maybe. Some maybe. Hello, Rebecca.
Hello, how are you both?
Welcome. Awesome.
What was that?
Beautifully and wonderfully.
I said, welcome.
Yes, it's such a privilege. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's excellent.
Certainly. It's an absolute honour for us to have you on here, Rebecca.
Oh, that's lovely.
We value you just as much as you value us.
Thank you.
Was the way I began, was that topic bang on to kind of move us into what you do and the subject that you're concerned about?
Yes, it is, because I'm concerned about the unrealistic expectations and if they can't be met. So young kids seeing social media, perceiving lives that, you know, someone's got the perfect house, the perfect everything, but inside of that person, they've got depression. They think that's how they should be.
Yeah, tell us who you are and what you do first, so everyone knows.
Yeah, I'm a beautician. So I do natural therapies as well, such as reflexology, massage, sports massage, mild fascia release. I also do Botox and fillers. And I do get a lot of requests from underage girls and boys asking for treatments which they think will make them happier. But they need to pick up their self-esteem, really. And it's about enjoying who they are and enjoying their life and getting out there. I don't know about you, Mark, but when I was at school and when I was younger, when we went out, we had the art of conversation.
Yes. You developed that, didn't you?
Yeah.
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 Communication.
Yeah, it was the art of communication. And you go out now and you go out to a restaurant and people are with their families and they're not embracing that time and making the most of it. They're continuously all sitting on their phones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
Yeah.
fair to say that we're either aware of it or we're either guilty of it.
Exactly. And I've been there myself sometimes.
Yeah,
But
that's
I
why
know,
I'm just owning up.
yeah. And it does worry me with young boys and girls with social media and they
Yeah.
call it so small fear of bodies, because
Yeah.
they have filters on them, or the boys pump, you know, their muscles before that shot. And that's how,
What?
Do you know what? That's really interesting what you're saying, like,
Like,
because it makes me think about the filters,
yes,
and everyone enjoys how they look, and in the filter it makes them look softer or more sparkly or
yeah,
more, they add something. It's almost like you fall in love with that image of you,
yes.
and developing and growing up. That is dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And then some people are like that behind the camera, but they're not getting out there in the real world. They're not
oh,
Yeah.
time to go out and meet their friends, because before they meet their friends, they're 2 hours getting ready and an hour taking selfies.
Yeah. Samson said guys even have muscle implants now.
Yes,
muscle implants.
Yeah.
yes, they
Yeah,
do.
my brother sent me a clip of that recently.
And
He was
yes,
out of shape. He looked, oh, it
So what
was
happened to
terrible.
these young girls when they come to you, Rebecca, asking for these fillers?
well, the minute that I obviously find out, I do ask their age, and if they're underage, you can't do it till you're 18 anyway. And
Okay.
I always like to ask them to bring a parent along, even if they're younger. This
Mm.
doesn't mean that I would do them. It means that they would come along and I'd talk with the parent about that. If they had that certain thing done, would it change how they felt, or would there be something more?
Mm.
You know, will that change? Will that make you actually feel better, or is that going to lead on to other things?
Wow.
And I think,
That's a very real question,
That is a very real
because
question.
it's almost like tattoos. You can you can grow an addiction to it.
yeah,
Like, I've got to get a next one, a next one, a next one, and there's no ending, so there's no space left on your body. And you
yes,
start on your eyeball.
yeah. And
But what I would like to know is that some of these young girls who are coming to you, obviously you must have questioned them, and do sometimes a parent come with them?
if they're under 18, I wouldn't actually do a treatment anyway. But if I wasn't sure, I'd rather refuse that person. But I don't just want to leave them. I want to talk to them about it. I want to say to them,
Hmm.
no, is this for you? How are you feeling? Do you actually need to talk to someone? Because
Yeah.
a lot of the kids have lost the art of speech, of
Okay.
of
That's
speaking
true.
to one another.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
sometimes they go home in their bedrooms and they're back on social media instead of actually. I'm free to speak to. If someone wants to come and speak to me, I'm happy to give my time to make them feel better about themselves. And if they walk away without a treatment, that's fine. But I know they're walking away feeling better.
Yes, we're highlighting this. We can also add and highlight the fact that if you listen to a lot of young people now, like even I used to talk to my sons and just sometimes just talking and listening to how they might engage with each other and
Yeah,
engage with their friends, and it'll be banter, but it'll be shut up, man. Like
yeah,
everyone's just like so aggressive,
yeah,
and do you know what I'm saying? Like, and there
yeah,
was a lot of it. It's not like I'm picking on one or two people. It was average conversation,
yes,
and I'll be hanging out with them and listening to them. Not so much my sons when I go around, and then I'm around other young people and I'm messing around, having chats with them and
yeah,
listening to their banter and how they spoke to each other. And I'd always say, like, what's that about? Like, just chat to each other like that on a standard, one-to-one level.
yes.
I find that strange.
It is strange. I think if they put as much time in their own lives as they do into social media, just think how much they could grow. They're stopping them from growing into the people that is taking them on a path maybe they shouldn't actually be on. It's taking them down the wrong path sometimes.
Hmm. It's really crazy because as you're talking about that, there's a lot of There's a lot of influencers out there who are actually advocating fillers, makeup, whatever you can do to fix something on you.
Yes,
That's what they're advocating. And you find that this is what they're actually following. And these are the people they're seeing each day in their phone screen. It's not no encouragement of loving yourself or stuff like that, but the encouragement to love yourself is far from what they scroll on their screen.
exactly. Because I think we need more self-love. We need.
Okay, Belsam, sorry to cut you, Rebecca. Belsam said that's not just kids,
Yeah,
though.
it's adults,
Adults
definitely.
too.
Are all
So,
caught up in it.
so we've set the trend for them to follow. Like, okay, oh, that's all right. That lady's doing it, mum's doing it, uncle's doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Exactly.
normal.
Exactly. So I tend to, any pictures I post, they never have a filter on. I want people to see the real thing. Someone will go somewhere else and say, oh, I saw this picture and I want to be like this. And I will say, this is not how it's going to be. This is not real.
Wow.
You know,
Do you think social media should have like a danger sign on it, like they do on the smoking?
I think
Like,
so.
like, if you think about it, like on a serious level, if you think about it, yeah, imagine being a little kid and you know you're just silly as a kid. The way you process things is different from when you're grown up. So
yes,
you could see a grown up acting or doing certain things, and you don't know how to process what's going on here because you don't know enough.
yes,
And imagine you've all of a sudden got this machine in your hand where you're processing thousands of images a day and things that you're watching that's really that your eyes shouldn't be seeing yet or having access to see yet. And imagine this machine is giving you the ability to process all these things. And then you've got mum and dad trying to tell you to listen, be obedient,
yeah,
disciplined. There's this constant battle that the power of the phones and what they having on your child and the power of what you're trying to achieve in your child, trying to lead them down the right path. So it's a real test. It's a will, and it's like a losing battle. You
yes,
know, 'cause it's hard enough trying to deal with your children's friends sometimes, and then I
yeah,
might have the right of company that's not a bit undesirable, and you're trying to get them to see, but they don't see it yet. But you're not just dealing with that; it's a phone in their hand constantly.
yes.
That's just giving them access to garbage a lot of the time.
Yeah, and even if you, as a parent, are protecting your children,
Yeah.
I've got children that I've got mums what have said that their kids are at school and they don't have social media, and they've gone to school. For instance, one of my customers asked me, her daughter's 8 and came home crying because everyone take the mickey out of because she didn't have her legs waxed.
Huh?
Her
What?
legs waxed at 8
Oh,
years old, and her
the
mum,
what?
yeah, and her mum actually had to wax her legs because obviously I couldn't do it. I had to tell her how to do it because she was mortified and couldn't sleep at night because she was bullied because she had hairy legs at 8 years old. They're not,
Wow.
not,
See, even our solution to that is something to be discussed.
yeah,
Because what do we give in? Do we give a child what they want to save them from an uncomfortable situation? Or do we start strengthening them internally
Yeah.
to deal with the pressures that you're going to get from a new world that's constantly trying to condition you to think of yourself as such and such because you've been waxed,
Oh,
such and
wow.
such because you've had a Botox injection or whatever, or you look like this. I think it's worth fighting for that battle to learn how to be yourself, be comfortable in your skin, who you are.
Wow.
and my big saying there, my saying on most of my page, it's love the skin you're in. And we
Yeah,
should be teaching children self-love and to enjoy the world and society and everything
yeah.
around us rather than being focused on how we should be and live their life as they want to be and embrace that. Rather,
That one really got me.
yeah,
8 years old. So are we? So there's a responsibility for us as parents. Then I would say
yes, definitely,
that. Go
definitely.
on.
No,
This agenda, maybe parents need to have an agenda knowing that because of the power of phones, and it might have just gone over parents' head,
yes,
because it's come in at a time where parents don't realize that is the enemy within.
Yeah.
You know, it's not how it used to be when we were growing up. The enemy within is the mobile phone that
yes,
you gave to your little 8-year-old because she wanted an iPad like her friend. Oh, and he felt so good as a Christmas present, whatever. But you just brought the enemy right inside your home and wonder how your child's acting this way or they've got these new thoughts.
So does it appear that maybe sometimes the parents are under this pressure themselves and don't know how to deal with it then?
yes.
So they just give in because their main concern, I don't want my daughter or son to feel this way or to have these emotions to deal with. So it's best I give it to them. So okay, let's wax her legs so she don't feel that way. Rather than giving her a lesson of encouragement, building her self-esteem and explaining to her why these stuff are not necessary and stand up against that kind of pressure.
Yeah, just explain how self-confidence is the greatest tool that we need to develop in life as young people. Like one of the things I loved about my son Kiyan is how confident he was in himself. So most guys wouldn't be seen dead in a pink rucksack, in a pink jumper and stuff like that. But my son banged that on and made it fashionable because I was told him, I'm like, you're the man. Like you make the brand. You know, you do you. Don't worry about what anyone else says. And you could see the impact that he had by daring to be laughed at.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was part of you bringing him up and, you know, and you being the parents that you were. Because when I grew up, I was always the biggest kid. I was always, you know, much fatter than everybody else.
Yeah.
And, you know, when I grew up in my days, that didn't bother me. If I grew up now in society, I'd have to think what it would be like because the norm was everybody was different. Everybody had a different expression. Everybody looked different. We weren't all the same. We weren't all clones. You know, everybody now, you know, it's becoming that they almost look like clones.
Clones, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've noticed a lot of the guys will always have like a black hat, grey, or black jacket, grey, or black hoodie. And like everything's black. Like I'm saying, the funeral boys are here.
Funeral boys. So there's this quote that I loved, and it was from Alvin Price. That I saved. It said, "Parents need to fill a child's bucket of self-esteem so high that the rest of the world can't poke enough holes to drain it dry." I've always loved that quote because I took it on personally. So I saved that quote and I tried my best as a parent bringing up my boys to do that, fill them with self-esteem.
Yes. And my parents did growing up. It was very different when I was growing up. There wasn't so much from social media. My parents, you know, they did help me, and I didn't feel that what people feel today, but I do feel for them because I see in the 14 years that I've been in the industry how it's changed. How the age has changed, how the pressure's changed. And I will turn someone away if they say, you know, I want cheeks, chin and jaw, for instance. And I will say that won't look right on you. It's actually not going to look right. I'm not the one to say, if it means that much, let's start off with a little bit and then see how you feel. And I don't think it's got to come back again.
So Rebecca, is it very important for them to find out and realize that you haven't finished developing yet?
Exactly.
So why would you interfere with that process when you haven't developed, coming from maybe an ugly duckling to a beautiful swan? Because that's what growing up looks like sometimes. You know, you're at school, you think that girl, she ain't saying nothing. Till she gets older, hits the last year of school, and you're all goggly-eyed and that over, like, whoa, look how she's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and sometimes beauty's not just on the outside, it's inside.
It's correct.
Sorry.
No, go on, Rebecca. I'm just saying correct.
I think that beauty is about a whole person. What is beautiful? It's not
so lovely.
Side.
Yeah.
Beautiful can be how a person is. You know, they could
Oh,
be the most wonderful person. That's beauty.
yes, yes. And real beauty, and I know people don't make jokes about this here, only the ugly ones say that, but in reality, we don't have a society that promotes beauty from how you treat people. Our
Yeah,
beauty comes out from how we are as individuals, because our aura and our energy
yeah,
is meets people before we do.
yes, that's right.
We, yeah, our energy walks ahead of us into the room,
Yeah,
because that's why you can bring down the vibes of a room by just coming in being angry or coming in
yeah.
feeling depressed.
Yeah, that's
And you can
true.
sense that in somebody. You can
That's
sense that they're
right.
not happy. You can sense that maybe they need help. Maybe, you know, you
Yeah.
sense this in people. And these people are beautiful people inside, and it's what the world's creating.
Yes.
The
Yes.
world,
Wow, man.
yes,
I just want to note some of the points that were made. A lot of people are talking about you, Rebecca, because your energy, your aura that you put out is beautiful.
oh,
And it's had a big impact on a lot of the people that sending messages in. So that's number one.
yeah,
Another thing is people keep talking about your therapy. So what I'm realizing is our energy has got a lot to do with our input. I
yes,
mean our output. So our input, what's going on in here, has got a lot to do with our output. So because of your beauty that comes from with inside of you,
It comes out
it's
in return.
affecting your customers. So they want to talk about your service. They're talking about how your therapy affects them and how much positive effects they've had from coming to see
You
you.
know what, Rebecca? That's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why I don't let anyone massage me. I
yes,
am very um, aware of
yes,
people's internal soul, their spirit, the whole vibe, and what they're bringing. And sometimes they can touch you, and that energy goes onto you.
yes,
So I don't let nobody touch me but this guy.
Listen, I'll tell you a story, yeah? One time I went in to get a massage,
yes,
and it wasn't with someone that I normally went to get a massage with, but I
yes,
just didn't feel right about his energy. And like just what I was feeling of him, like he was rushed, he didn't want to do it. Did you know that I had neck pain after I saw this guy for
yes.
months? After
This can happen.
he actually injured me. Now
Yes,
this I'm not even joking. Yeah, I had pain for time, and I never forgot. I said, I wish I listened to my spirit that was telling me, don't let this guy touch you. Leave.
yes. And that really does happen. If you don't, even before a treatment, I like to have a little bit of time to collect myself together and be in that moment so that I'm ready for that person. And if
Yeah.
someone's feeling down, I always believe in protecting yourself so you can give them the positive energy. You,
Mm.
you can also, it can also work the other way around, that you put your energy into that person and you give that
Yep.
Mm.
back. And that's also amazing because they go out feeling so much better. So
Do you know what? Do you know what? I'm not gassing you up or nothing, but I'm telling you, I already can feel your energy from here.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
That
thank you,
you're a beautiful person.
thank
I'm
you.
reading people's comments as well, but I feel like I'm a very good. I pick up people's energy really well,
Yeah, yeah,
and I
no,
pick up yours.
yeah, no, and that,
Issa was saying, well, Isha said, many parents haven't grown up themselves and suffer with their own self-esteem, let alone be there for their own children.
Okay, did you hear that? Say that
Yeah.
again, Des.
So Isha comments and said, many parents haven't grown up themselves and suffer with their own self-esteem, let alone be there for their children. I agree.
yeah,
I
and
totally agree.
I think that the thing with this is with the self-esteem, maybe the parents, you know, the parents can get help if they, you know, they can go down that route, but children can't. And I think this is why it should be taught in schools, starting from college.
Yeah,
It should be taught in
yeah.
schools that, you know, this is social media, this is not real. Don't live your life to it, and become who you are. Become beautiful people, happier people. Don't try to be someone that you're not. Be you.
So now you said that,
Take him.
we should have a workshop that's strictly around mobile phones, the impact they have on
Images
young
and social
people,
media.
because
Yes.
I don't think that's being taught. You're totally right. Like, I will speak about these things in my talks, but I
Yeah.
think we actually need a workshop just really around this area.
Yes,
I
definitely.
think so
Because
too.
there's no one talking about the dangers. So obviously for mobile phone companies, that's brilliant.
Yes.
But I heard that some of the big names, they don't let their children have phones.
No, that's correct.
I read that.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that they don't because they understand the dangers of it themselves.
Yes, and they say that 50% of children that use mobile phones for 50% of the day, so I think it's 5 hours a day, 50% of girls have mental health problems, and 35% of boys. That was in a survey what I read quite a while ago.
Really?
And obviously, because they're not actually stopping them from socialising, they're
Mhm.
not able to talk about these problems. They're not talking to
Yeah.
anyone about them. They're bottling it up, and they're going back to the social media, and they're seeing that girl or that perfect boy or
Yeah.
that one what's got those specific trainers, and they've got this amazing job, and they're going out to do what they've got to do to get that,
Yeah.
and everything like that. So I think there does need to be more workshops on this subject for younger kids growing up to make them better people for society and for themselves, and give themselves more self-love.
That's so right. Someone said social media has become a young person's reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Social media needs to be made more real. That's the truth. Nice, Lucy Harrison. Thank you for that. Yes, it should be
Yeah.
taught in schools. Agreed by Lydia. Most definitely, I totally agree. As this needs to be put out there. Excellent, excellent, special. Social media can really brainwash people in what you see and read, because these are the eyes to the soul. So the mind will process what's going on based on the quality of life that you've led and the belief systems that you have in your mind.
Yes.
So how I process something is going to be completely different than somebody else, because of the belief systems that you have
That's
will
right.
give you different results to what you're seeing than what I'm seeing.
Yes, that's right. And also as well, you're putting that pressure on yourself. So
Pressure.
you become a better person when that pressure goes away.
Yeah.
You become, maybe just like you said earlier, go to the beach, get away from it, put your phone down just for the day. You can come back.
That's it.
There is a happy medium, but
Yeah.
don't stage your whole life on something that's not real.
It's not.
And maybe we need more people on social media to
Same.
normalize normal looks.
Yeah.
Having those people, the ones who's got millions of followers, the ones who don't add and take away and add filters and do all these stuff, normalizing things like that, so young people can see. Because if that's where they're going to get their influence from, then sometimes you need to intercept that influence where, okay, let's normalize some stuff on here. It's not all about having the tiny waist and the big bum and the filters and the whatever it is, but
Yeah.
show normal people. But you find that the platforms that are out there would rather allow that person who is doing stuff that are what do you call it, skin deep,
Yes,
to
exactly.
have more followers, for their videos to go out more, other than someone who's actually out there putting out positivity. Those stuff gets hidden.
But
Yes.
that's because that's what the people are buying into.
Yes.
It's not. There's always going to be people. My take on that, babe, is there's always going to be people that's going to do that.
Yes.
But it shows the kind of mindset that everybody else has, because they would be quite lonely if it wasn't for the people buying into what they're doing.
Well,
Yes.
true.
They're buying into the cheap look and not looking deeper down.
Yes. So I think
You
there
know.
should be a lot of companies sponsor people to wear certain clothes.
That's right.
There's always a certain size. I think there should be fat, thin, every colour person, everything. It should just be
Yeah.
out there that everyone should be comfortable, and then everyone can be as one. And
That's
you
right.
know, and
I like this comment. It says we need to focus on this in a really fun and empowering way. I like that because I like learning to be like that. And at the same time, there's some issues you cover and there's no fun in it. It's like life or death. Sometimes you gotta let people know.
That's true.
Listen, mate. You know, if you let this thing overpower you, then you could find yourself with some major mental health problems years down the line.
yeah,
And you've robbed yourself of the quality of life. So, you know, you might have to get a little bit more focus on getting that message out. But I get it, because you don't want to get it out like this. Listen to me.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to get it out like you let people see the greatness that's in it for them,
Yes.
and then they'll buy into it.
Yeah.
You know, so we make all the stuff that is currently out there and getting all the views, we make that unfashionable.
Yes, that's right.
Turning around the narrative.
Yeah, I'm unfashionable, but I actually don't care. This is me.
Excellent,
You know?
excellent, excellent.
It's just one of them. It's just what was that? I couldn't hear that.
So you just broke up. There was a lady I saw on Instagram the other day, a couple of days ago, and she was normalizing her normal looks, where she hasn't got weaves or extensions, she's just got her normal hair, normal little puff afro hair, growing hair under her armpits, and all the normal stuff. And she was vegan, so she had an accident or something where her teeth, front teeth were missing. And she actually turned around to the fact where sometimes most of her videos are there where she hasn't got her teeth in. She takes it out and just be herself. And there was this woman who was commenting. Why? She took her teeth out. I'm going to show it to you.
This is great.
She took her teeth out, right? It was quite funny. No, it was really quite funny seeing her. Yeah. But that's because we're not used to seeing that. Yes. How many other No, it's talking about you.
Oh my God.
So, how many people are used to seeing that? So when I saw it, I was like, okay then.
Yeah.
I was shocked. Because, okay, I get the hair, I get the not shaving or whatever, but then the teeth.
Oh, God.
I don't, exactly, Isha. I don't know about the teeth.
Get some braces, yeah.
She's got dentures.
That's what
she actually has got dentures. But what she's trying to normalize is that guys, I love myself. I don't care what you think about me. I've got the teeth. I'm wearing them for please. I don't wear them for please. I don't care. I still post my videos and whatever.
Listen, we're not saying that all these procedures are just bad in itself. We're saying for young people that haven't developed and finished going through puberty and actually have a real issue that invention is there to tackle, you know, that we're saying that that's unnecessary and you could create more problems than you perceived in the first place.
Yeah, that's her name, Shonda, or something like that. That's the name.
I'm cool with Shonda, you don't want your two front teeth.
I'm sorry, but you know what? I'm so wrong. But I actually find her empowering. I don't care. I actually did find her, like, this is away from all the unrealistic stuff that you see every day. Yeah. It did make me laugh. I was like, girl, but... Someone... So there you go, Mark.
I got some loose ones.
So yeah, but it was really funny. Yeah. But yes, it sort of made me go, yeah. Actually, that is quite normal, because if we know her, that's how we would see her. away from the glam. We would see her in her natural state.
Yeah, it was just like,
Mark,
and that's cool. Like, listen, man.
but you ain't doing it.
Listen, when I broke one of my teeth, I was devastated. Devastated. Because it was gold capped. My teeth, you know.
I've actually got one
I
of
was
those.
proud from Tottenham. Yeah. Got my gold teeth. And one of the boys.
They
I know it is.
were
And
actually
then,
back in the day, weren't they? A bit of a gold tooth.
yeah, of course. And then it just dropped out. I was opening the cornmeal packet and I heard something heavy drop. I was like, what's that? When I looked down, I saw my gold crown. Yeah, because I was making cornmeal porridge. I was just opening the packet. It was easy. It was just easy. It was like a homemade scissors.
Well, anyways, I saw this girl and she actually made me stop, actually went and looked at her page and saw what was there.
Yes.
And I was thinking, rah, imagine if this was normal on here.
Yeah, people just being confident.
People just being confident about what they are.
So what? I got 2 teeth knocked out. What? Yeah, say something. What?
Because
Anyway, say something, Mark.
Yeah. What?
I think all people, when we grew, I don't know about when I grew up, everyone had self-care. So your parents, you know, you get washed in the morning. You still look after yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can look after yourself. You are.
Sorry, so just people writing stuff. Flavor Flav. Lydia said Flavor Flav. That's too funny. I'm so glad he's not on TV anymore. Flavor Flav.
Mark, this is serious.
I know it really.
But what I'm trying to say is, how many of her we have out there to show young people, young girls, that it's okay to be a certain way? We don't see that though, babe.
I know.
No.
But it was actually refreshing, because if that was my friend, I would see her in her natural state.
Yes.
But then when she go on the gram, she would probably put her teeth in, do this, whatever. She would completely different.
Yeah, but
do you think that some people, even with their friends, they don't really want to meet up with their friends because they're in their own little world at home, and then they think, oh, I'm going up to the shop, I've got to look like this, I've got to look like that.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. That happens. That happens.
They get done up just to go around the corner.
Yeah. You know, you slip your flip-flops on, you've got your shorts on in the summer, and you pop up to the shop to get a pint of milk. It's not like that anymore.
No, it's not, is it?
Do you know what? Young people, teenagers are like that. They think, no, I can't go out looking like this. What if my friend sees me? I was like, yeah, so?
We asked the boys to go out and get something, and they got to spend half an hour getting ready.
I was like, boys, like, leave that to the girls. They're like, no, what if one of my friends see me? Or I was like, really?
Yeah, they're really conscious of outside of them, instead of being conscious of what's going on inside of us.
Yes.
It's ourselves that we live with.
Yeah.
It's ourselves that we need to get comfortable with.
Yes. It's all about self-love and about, you know, finding that within yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then if you want to enhance something and you really feel that it's going to make a difference and it's going to make you feel more confident and better, it's a different situation. It's not a young person underage.
Do you know what? Do you think that society has a way of, one of the reasons why it's great to lock people down is because you can condition the way people think when you lock them in their home, knowing that the TV can teach you, the TV can speak the beliefs that they need to go into your mind, into your subconscious. They can speak those beliefs through the TV, hence why COVID's been such a success in conditioning people to be a certain way and feel fearful of being around anybody else and believing the things that's sent out for us to believe.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And people not out there in the real world getting, you know, they need to get some sunlight on their, you know, their skin, to get out in the fresh air, to maybe just go for a walk and just clear their mind from social media and what's being thrown at them. And their mind, because they're looking at it so much, and every single day it's being put into their head. That's what they think life's like, but actually, it's actually not real.
Okay, so that's a fact, and it's something. And Aisha said there are married women whose husbands have never seen them without makeup.
Oh Lord.
Right.
There are married women whose husbands have never
As you would say,
seen
have
without
mercy.
makeup. Wow.
Oh, have mercy.
And can I add, there's married women that have never pooped in front of their
Oh yeah.
husbands.
Oh,
I
I agree with that.
oh
Yeah.
I know someone like that. You know her as well, Mark.
If I don't
Yeah.
hear your poop, if I can't smell the rancid smell of your gases, then I can't trust you.
No, exactly.
I need to see you in your real state. I need to see you on the chitto. I need to see every bit.
But isn't that natural? We all do it. We all do it. We just don't.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, it's
Yeah. So someone said celebs should show one picture natural, then one with filters.
that's
Then
true.
girls by
Then girls.
so the girls can see basically.
Yeah.
Let people see the reality.
Yeah.
Stop just showing the perfection side of things. Let
Yeah.
people see the reality.
Yeah, and I think then a younger generation, if they could stop filters and stuff like that, they could grow, and the whole of society, because I dread what it's going to be like in years to come, how it's changed as I was younger to now. So what is it going to be like? What pressure are our children as adults going to be under in so many years' time? It's just going to
Yeah, can you imagine the mental state of our nation?
Hey Belle, stop screaming. Turn the effing TV off. Stop screaming that, Belle. Just go over to the TV, turn it off, and say, I pay the bills around here, mate. What?
Oh my
Say
God.
something. I'm telling you, there's times, yeah, where when you turn off the telly and you just hear your house, and it's like, stop allowing the TV to be the main source and force of power and energy in your home. You don't need a TV to bring everyone together. It's almost like that's our center point, you know, but you can actually have that, you guys be the center point, not the TV. Give the TV a break, turn it off and see what happens. That's what I like.
Yeah.
Turn it off and see what happens in the house.
Then what used to happen with us, the boys, the real them would come out. It would be so funny.
You'd have a lot more jokes.
Yeah.
There's a lot more communication.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It might be hard at first, but you start kind of seeing normality coming back.
And to all sit at the table and have food and a couple of board games and interact.
That's it.
And forget about all of that and not have to snap a picture and put it on social media to show
That's it.
But to embrace and enjoy the moment.
Enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
How can you enjoy the moment through a lens all the time?
Can't actually.
Yeah, no, it's different. That's why sometimes, like, I'm not good at this whole social media stuff. I'm really not. And I think everyone could see that. Because if you look at my posts, sometimes I'm on it. Sometimes I'm not.
Yes.
Because it's how I feel. Like this week, it's like I realize how much I put into my goals and my vision and what I'm, you know, the different projects and making things happen and grow and expand and impact and contribute.
Yes.
So it's like, see, I'm tired now.
So can women have no mystery, Mark?
So
You know, this is my first ever live. I can't even keep up with the words what are going up and down.
yeah, it's crazy.
True,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, that women have no mystery. Oh my God. So all I'm saying is that I just took a break because I thought, I asked myself questions. When my voice tells me, oh, nothing's happening on social media, then it says to me, well, go on then, get some stuff out. You know, people are going to stop, you know, following you, boom, boom, boom. And then my other voice said, what's wrong with you? Why do you have to be going down this route? And then I get some internal argument going on. And then the one that's the governor always says, no, that makes no sense. It doesn't matter. You're not that important. So stop trying to go on about this and likes, because it's a power that it can have over you to make you try to live up to something that why am I so important? Who cares if I'm not posting? Who cares if no one doesn't see my plate of food, or no one don't see what happened, you know, just now that I helped this you, or I spoke to this person, and then, you know, so what?
Yeah.
Just get on with life.
No, that's amazing.
Stuck in the moment, aren't we?
Yeah, and also the memories, because all the time that you're doing that with your social media, you're not making the most thing in life, which is memories, important memories when you're with your family. You can't get those again. They're there, and you should spend that time with your family, have all your memories. Because when you're on social media, it's only you getting that. You're not really interacting.
No, you're not.
That's it.
We're just seeing what's going on. So I think another thing is making memories and feeling that togetherness is important.
Very.
And so
Very. It's like treasure. We're kind of like discarding it to the side. Like moments. They're the most important. I think I watched the film and it was like, it really impacted me afterwards. It was like, life's about moments. And I think we get robbed. Technology robs us of moments that we could share and have with each other that you're never going to get. You know, you go restaurant, for example, you see people just heads down, but they're opposite each other to go out, but they're in their own world. Why did you go out with each other then? I say to the boys, guys, let's no phones out at the restaurant table when we was able to go. Sometimes in the house, when we have dinner, I say no phones out at the table.
No phones.
No.
Dad does it, or if I do it, we tell each other off. Like, right, we doing?
That's
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's my rule in the house. If they all come over for dinner and everybody's there, no phones. Put your phones away, because we all need to talk. We all need to interact.
That's it.
Yeah.
Here together, and you need to be in that moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
So important.
I think that even kids that go to school now, when they come out of school and they come home, in school, for instance, kids that got bullied at school, when they come home, they never get away from it. They still got it when they come home.
That's
maybe
it.
Parents don't know. Maybe they're getting texts. Maybe they're getting stuff on social media that's abusive. So there needs to be some sort of balance.
Have you got a daughter named Rachel? I think she loves you.
You think? You think? That's not even a think.
She thinks she's really proud of her mum.
I didn't even realise she was watching.
Someone said the madness is we actually pay for the TV license.
Yes.
No.
Oh, that's really good, Norman. I turn off tech by 9 o'clock since lockdown. I read, better sleep, wake up fresh, and ready for the day. Oh, bro, thank you for that. Thank you for that, man. That is massive. Like,
I think that we do need to wind down before bed, because obviously I think it helps us, it revives us when we wake up in the morning.
Oh, definitely.
Go to bed with a book and just switch our mind off, and maybe just, you know, think of nothing for 10 minutes of your life.
Yeah. Do you know what? If we really clock it, we go through the whole day and we never spent no time with ourselves.
Yes.
24 hours we were given, and we have to live with our own mind and our own thoughts, but we actually don't spend any time with ourselves.
That's it.
Exactly. And that time with ourselves to grow as people is important, because we're always in a rush. We never have time to think. We just do. We don't think about anything.
That's it. And we are thinking, you know. We are thinking, but we're not aware of what's going on.
Yes.
Because we're not consciously being aware that I need to think about what I'm thinking about.
Yes.
Take that down, write that down, everyone. We need to think about what we're thinking about.
Well, we've become better at that, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, because we start practicing that, thinking about what we're thinking about.
What was you thinking about just then?
So my time's in the morning before the whole household is up, and I'll sit down with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and I'll just think, or even just a herbal, whatever I'm going to have that day, and I'll just sit down, and that's I call it stolen time. Because in the morning, it's before everybody else gets up. If it's someone outside for 10 minutes, and just completely clear my head, completely sit there. And if you're really quiet and listen to everything around you, you hear things that you didn't think were in the background.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right. Sometimes we miss even the sounds of the birds.
Yes,
I love that.
They're there, but they're
I
not
love
there.
that. There's a special time in the morning where that's between 4 to about 5:30.
yeah.
There are like 4 different sounds of birds outside my window. So whenever I wake up that time in the morning, I enjoy it to the max. And I notice when it starts and when it stops. I was like, oh, they're gone. All right, then I can go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Or I just get up.
This
Time. It's good for your head. It's
it
good
is
Yeah,
very
it's
good for
very
your
good.
health. People don't realize the health. It's like eating fruits and eating veg.
yes.
We're feeding, we're doing the things for our mind to
Yeah.
create mental health.
And
Those are the vegetables and
yes,
the salads and the
yes.
fruits that we're eating mentally to
I
keep
think
us healthy.
all the things what were naturally here, fruits, veg, you know, everything like that. What have got nutrients, what feed our body, which feed our cells. That's
Yeah,
amazing. I think it does make you feel different because I call the other
definitely.
food cardboard food. It has no,
Ah,
it's just
ah.
cardboard.
There's no nourishment in there to
No,
feed the mind and to feed the body.
yes,
So
yes,
you do not have the energy to feed your mind with positivity. So
yes,
you'll find that when you're talking to some people, they're so negative, you wonder why.
yes,
If you look at their diet as well, it is so
Yeah.
nourishless
yes,
that that's what's affecting our minds.
yeah.
So,
And
so we're thinking all these other things, but we need to change diets as well
I
because we're eating this cardboard chips every day, chicken every day, and we know to
And
stay off
another
meat.
thing is because of whatever we're eating, whether it be vegan food or you're eating meat or whatever, our food is not what it used to be like 30, 40 years ago. You
yeah,
find that the vitamins and minerals are not actually in there. So you have to top up those vitamins by taking
yes,
supplements because
yes,
those are what help our brain function and stuff like that. And we don't realize that as well.
She's a
yes.
PT.
Yes, I'm a PT, but I also learn about how the body works and what we need and stuff like that.
And how,
So
because them nutrients from that food actually feed our cells. And if
exactly. So
cells,
that's where I was going.
then they begin to die, and we can't be who we're going to be because we feel tired.
Exactly. And that and lack of nutrients, vitamins and minerals affects our mental health.
Yes,
And we're thinking we're eating each day or I'm vegan and stuff like that, but you're still lacking because the food that you're eating is not so natural anymore. It's not providing. So you
yes,
have to add extra supplements of minerals and vitamins to your diet as well.
yeah. And
So
sorry.
go on, man.
Not to say even meat, a lot of the meat has so much hormones. I mean, if I'm going to get meat, I try to get grass-fed meat because
Yeah,
it's much. If I'm going to get that, it's better for you
Yeah. You
because
see?
they're all injected with hormones. We're eating them. Them hormones are going into the body.
Thank you.
exactly. And then
So
those hormones.
I could grow titties if
Yes,
I'm not
you
careful, eating KFC and all of that.
yeah. I mean, I think if you eat something now and again, it's fine. But if on an everyday basis,
Yeah, that's right.
you need to eat because everything in moderation.
Exactly right.
Exactly. Everything
So
in moderation. Temperance.
Because you can't sometimes if you can't stick to one thing and you're gonna rather than do it badly, do it 70% of the time. 70% of
That's
the
right.
time
that's
still
it.
gonna help
70% of the time. That's it.
Slow down the process of just it
because
being negative.
when I was younger, we didn't go out for meals. It wasn't a thing that we did.
No, nor did we.
No, I don't think there was McDonald's or KFC. I can't remember. I don't think there
Yeah,
was.
there was, but we didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We knew about cooking.
We didn't have no money to know about that,
Yeah.
mate.
But we enjoyed. I'll tell you what we did enjoy. We enjoyed home cooked food at my nan's.
Brilliant.
We'd all be in my nan's having a home cooked dinner, but we'd all be there together.
Yeah.
And that is such a lovely place, my nan's house, because
Mm.
we're all there together. She does food. We all eat together, and she's 90, bless her now.
Oh,
And,
bless.
yeah, and everyone still meets there and congregates there and enjoys there. It's a nice
And
places.
whatever grandma's eating, make sure you eat as well, so 90 years old might see you too.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
But
so,
eating is
so,
definitely natural. Or
so
apart
Shay says, I used to be a photographer. The amount of people I worked with didn't look like their pictures. It's a fake world.
yes, it is.
Would Lydia say memories are made not watching TV? Yeah, memories are made not
Yes.
watching TV. It's all right, Mum. I've got the comments for you. Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. Absolutely awesome. For real, true life is so short. That's so true, Rebecca. Family times everything. Yeah. Life is about moments. That's right, Isha. I think social media can have some positive impact, but of course it doesn't replace real life situations and experiences. I think social media has been a lifeline during lockdown for some people and a drug for others
Yes, because they
and
say
a crutch for
yeah,
others.
yeah. They say that when you get a new like
Yeah.
or a new, someone's following you,
Yeah. Endorphins,
yeah,
dopamine, that's
it's
it.
like dopamine in the brain. It's
That's it.
dopamine,
Dopamine, that's
and
it.
you need to. I think it's like you need to have a dopamine withdrawal because you need to. Like,
Yeah.
hey, 5
Yeah.
hours today, I'm not going to touch my phone, and then
Yeah. It's all
so long
about
tomorrow.
balance.
Just have a little balance.
Yeah. That's it. Someone just said that it's all about balance.
Yeah,
Amazing platforms.
yeah,
I don't pay for license, never have. All right. Fine, Norman. I'm just giving everyone a kind of lookout today so I can see what see their comments that are coming up. Important for your mental health. So what you're saying in regards to how social media takes over it does have benefits. Recently lost my mum, and thanks to the power of Facebook, people can attend. Exactly.
exactly.
Exactly. We all know that there are positives to this, but I think we have to teach children how to use it. And is it really necessary to have a 10-year-old with an account on social media? Like, really, I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. What is the need and necessity for your child being on social media and having all this stuff like grown-ups? I
Yes,
think if you're going to try and have those things, that you can be pushing your child into a grown-up arena, which
yes.
is a really dangerous arena to be in.
Yeah, and I do think there is a place for social media. I just think maybe if the filters weren't there and people see
Yeah,
social media is good, it's good for getting stuff that you need out there like this.
yeah,
But if you had real people and not there's still real people, but without the filters, without
mm,
my muscles are bigger than yours and that
yeah.
perception, maybe if everything was real, social media would be in a very good place.
Someone said something about it being good for people that are lonely, yeah?
Yeah,
And I would say if that was the case, then why is mental health higher now than ever before with all this technology? It should save us from being lonely. But I actually think it doesn't.
Yeah, because we were
Because you
born to
still
have physical touch, to
touch
feel.
the connection.
Yeah, not through a
yes.
screen.
Yeah.
But we were wired like that.
So I'm not,
I
I'm
think
not.
it can make people more lonely because they're not actually going out. They're not actually
Mm,
making that effort to go out. So they're speaking to someone
yeah,
online. And like you said, we've touched, the first thing when I see my family, we give them a hug and a
yeah,
kiss on the cheek post COVID.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
So,
Lovely, lovely.
Listen, it's been absolutely awesome. I've had an hour of power and just a good time
yeah,
with everybody on the platform.
Yeah,
I've had a
today's
good
been great.
laughter, which is good for the soul. So it's lifted
yeah,
me.
yes,
I don't know about you guys, but it's been another tough week, challenging. So
yes,
it's really here's a positive. I feel really good about having a laugh with you guys online today. I feel really good about discussing something that's dear to my heart, that's important, is dear to yours, Rebecca, and just engage with like-minded people.
yes. It's lovely. It's lovely
So
just
we're showing the power of it.
I've
Um,
enjoyed
can,
it to you. It's lovely.
What's that, sweetheart?
I've enjoyed speaking to both of you and having a laugh. It's been amazing.
Yes,
Right,
it was. It has been. It has been, Rebecca.
The people are saying the same
Yeah, it's
thing.
been great.
It's been brilliant.
I just want to shout out my friend Joella, if you're still online. Condolences again to losing your mom. It's just been devastating. I hope you're coping. I'll come and see you soon, okay? Love you, Joella.
It's been very inspiring.
Yeah.
I do hope you guys are inspired, and I do hope, you know, there's times and just through a conversation, you're inspired to change something, a small little change in your life that brings great rewards to not only you, but your family, your quality of life moving forward, and just having moments. So we had a moment together today, and I think that's worth being present for, and that's worth enjoying and logging in for future reference, you know? Because there are no real emotions without thoughts.
Yes. Yeah.
No.
And here's what I want us to remember, that we can change our feelings.
Yes.
So a lot of people try to brush their feelings under the carpet.
Yes.
Oh, that's not a good feeling. Let me just try and ignore it. No, I will say I'm encouraging you to become aware of how you feel and to own how you feel. Then you can decide whether you will like this feeling or not. If this feeling doesn't serve you and it's not good, change the feeling by changing your thoughts. Once you change your thoughts, your feelings will move behind that. Every time I felt fear at losing a boxing match, I would think about being victorious in that match. And then that would change the way I felt about approaching that boxing match. So my approach to it created a different feeling, which built up great confidence, which made me walk in and win or lose, at least I owned my feelings, myself. I made a decision about how I was going to enter this and the performance that I was going to put in. And then regardless of the results, I felt content about the control that I had over that situation. And I was just doing me.
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Lovely.
I hope everyone can take that information in and utilize it like a plumber utilizes his tools.
And I hope you both come down to me for a massage.
Well, we're coming now.
Okay, I'm coming now.
Connected with that love.
Yes, I'll come.
I'm definitely coming. I'm going to see Rebecca. You guys need to message Rebecca, go and see her, and just have that moment of, I didn't even know I had all that negative energy locked up in my shoulders, in my spine, in my pelvic. And you just gonna go and release it from Rebecca and free them from some of those stress points, because our stresses hide in areas of our body, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. It goes in certain parts of our body, and sometimes it is places that you don't actually think it is, or are linked with certain areas. So one area can affect somewhere else. It's absolutely amazing.
Lovely.
Excellent. Miss B, you should have told me your son's name so we can big him up. Said he's just got an unconditional offer to Manchester Met for basketball. Yeah, come on, progress. Let's big up Miss ASB's son. We give him mad props for making his mum proud. We love that when the young.
How can we contact you, Rebecca? Can we just put that information in the thing for others to see? How can we contact you? And then the one who wants to put your information, or ask your daughter to put the information on the chat.
Yeah, okay. I'll ask my daughter to put it up. Oh, she's done it.
Oh, follow her page. Oh, lovely.
Everyone follow Rebecca's page. She's had a wonderful service.
At beauty _by_Rebecca_XX. That's her @ to follow. Excellent.
I'm busy with your underscores.
That shows you what I'm like with social media.
Trust me, underscore this, underscore that.
Thanks, Cameron.
Hope you don't underscore yourself in the sessions.
Love you all and have a
Yes.
good evening.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. God bless you guys.
Have a good evening.
Hey.
There she is.
She's lovely as
Oh,
a mug.
lovely as a mum, isn't she? Oh.
Right,
Thanks,
thank
everyone.
you so much. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for
No,
having
thank
me.
you. And thank you for your
And
concern
if I
and
can ever
caring.
go out with motivational speech for the boys or something to
Excellent.
come along,
Yeah.
I'm quite happy to.
Thank you so much, my
Excellent.
darling. I'll be in touch. I'll stay in touch with you, yeah?
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye, sweetheart. Talk
Thanks,
to you
guys.
soon.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.
Okay. See you all later. Tours.
All right. To end your video.
Yes.